And I love what you said. Be busy serving people. Be busy transforming lives. Get busy doing what you're great at, doing what you're passionate about, doing what you love, or doing what you're good at. Get busy in service, because service is going to attract attention. When you move for attention, you're not going to attract attention. You're going to attract resistance. You're going to attract chaos. You're going to attract, I can't get it soon enough, fast enough. That's because you're not supposed to pursue the marketing. You're supposed to do the good deed, and the deed will go noticed. It won't go unnoticed. It'll go noticed. People ask me, how is it that your life looks like this? I said, because as of 2008, June of 2008, we have transformed the life of my company of over 210,000 teens. We've prevented on record over 3,053 teen suicides. No one ever knows about that work because that's not the secret. But I believe that that energy has gone out in the universe, that the work I do in the gymnasiums and the work I do in the church basements and the work I do in the psychology rooms of the high schools that no one ever sees, where there are no lights and cameras, that work sends out a great energy. That work sends out a great piece of service that then calls The Secret to me, then calls Oprah, then calls Larry King. And so I believe it. Yeah, you're right. You want to attract people in your life. You want to attract the accolades. Go out and do the good work.
That I couldn't have said it better myself. And so you talk a lot about action, which is awesome, because a lot of people who have seen the movie The Secret get the idea in their head that all they have to do is wish and hope for what they want and think nice, fluffy thoughts, and it will come. And that's part of it, but that's not the whole package.
Oh, my God, that's so not the whole package. I was just on a talk show the other night where this woman didn't believe in positive thinking, and her position was positive thinking is a hoax, and people say think positive, just dream about it, and it'll manifest. And I was supposed to be on the show as an opposition to her, and they were ready. They kind of set her up and had her talk, and then they set me up with, Lisa, what do you disagree with? And I think I kind of diffused the whole debate, because I said, well, actually, there's some parts, while I do disagree, there's some parts that I agree with what she said. I said it's not enough to set your intention. You have to set your intention so you visualize what you want. You get clear on what you want. I knew I wanted to transform lives. I knew I wanted to heal, encourage, and inspire people. And then you have to get into action. You have to get into action. You set a goal, and then you set some big milestones to let you know that you're en route to that goal. Then you set a bunch of little action steps to get you to the milestones so that the milestones can get you to the goals. You have to be busy about what you say you want to produce in the world. I say the law of attraction is great, but it's not until the law of attraction meets the law of no matter what. And no matter what is when you are committed and dedicated to action with whomever, wherever, however. When you're tired, you get up early, you go to bed late, you do whatever you have to do to make it happen, because you said no matter what. It's when those two laws are working in tandem with one another that life begins to transform.
Awesome. So, Lisa, we just have a few more minutes left in the show. I want to ask, because I think it's really important, about the section of your book, I Am Not Alone, because I think what holds a lot of people back in achieving their goals is that feeling of aloneness and not like nobody knows what I'm going through type of feelings. So what do you have to say about that?
Well, the number one reason for depression is that people feel alone. That's the number one reason for depression. And there's so many undiagnosed states of depression. So that's the largest diagnosis is depression. And many, many people are not diagnosed with it. And the number one reason why they feel depressed is that they feel alone. And the number one reason, unfortunately, that people commit suicide is that they feel alone. No one gets them. And so I put those boxes in that book, and no matter what, because I wanted people to understand wherever you are not alone. If there's one thing you're going to get out of this book. And what I love is that when people come together in Vancouver, they come together in Toronto and Calgary, people are going to bring their books for me to autograph. And I'm going to say, how many of you guys checked 2 boxes on this one? And then when they raise their hand, I'm going to have them look around the room at the other hands that are up. And if you don't want to raise your hand, you don't have to. But what the loveliness that happens there is that we get to see we're all in one community, that even the most powerful people you think have doubts. We have worries. We're figuring it out. We've gotten it all wrong before we got it all right. And when we get to see we're not alone, then we can become a community of moving forward, a community of healing, a community of progression, a community of of just possibility. I think that when I know I'm in a space with someone else, you don't have to carry my burden, and I'm not going to carry yours, but there's just this feeling of village, of camaraderie when I know I'm not in it by myself. So that was very important for me. My publishers didn't quite understand those boxes. They didn't get it, and I was okay for them not to get it. More than anything, I wanted my readers to understand it and feel. And I've gotten such great feedback on, man, those boxes are really cool. But one thing happens is they don't want people to read their books because they don't want anyone else to see the boxes they check. So people are going out and saying, I got to get another book for my mom because I don't want her to see my boxes, which is good. I mean, it's your own personal navigation to see where am I as it relates to this. And so, I just believe I spent a lot of my life around people, but I felt alone. So I wanted to create a community where we know that we have company.